Hello everyone, and welcome to episode 0 of Firon's Commentaries of System Shock 2. This is episode 0, which is basically an episode that doesn't really exist. It's simply just a test recording run of the one half of the training segment of System Shock 2. For most of this video, I was mostly just exploring the training area, the buildings, surrounding environment, and also showing you guys how exactly the game works, like going through the training areas and showing how each of the mechanics work, or at least the most basic of them. Here I was just looking at the sign right there. I was hoping that a friend would be able to tell me what it says, and I'm not sure if you'll be able to see it on the video itself, but when I was looking in there, those women have terrified expressions. Not exactly what I'd expect, but possibly they're very shocked at the prices. Holy crap! $299. That's amazing.
First, you should go into the basic
yeah, my jokes are kind of lame, but oh well.
Proceed to the advanced training area.
Here I go into the basic training zone.
Welcome, trainee. While you're in our virtual training courses,
for the most
we provide
part,
you with a simulated cyber interface.
This is where I just started demonstrating how each of the things work, or I just show you, and you just follow along.
Now, let's try it out.
Not too much to explain here.
See how it changes where you look?
The trainer usually explains pretty much everything that you need to know.
Hit the tab key.
In fact, he explains a bit too much that you need to know, which is why I kind of skip out on some of the segments that he says. So you're not really missing out on too much.
Open your primary MFD, or multifunction display.
Yeah, I was fooling around the inventory here, showing you all the stuff, then I finally clicked the MFD,
this display shows
which shows your stats, tech, combat, and Psi.
Press the tab key to go back to shoot mode.
You know, basically the upgrades that you get during the game.
Get the hang of it. Follow the red path along the ground to the next training station.
For the most part, it's pretty easy to get down after a while when you get the hang of it.
Right-click. This will automatically place that item into your inventory.
Orange juice,
View your inventory,
chips.
press the tab key.
So which somehow mysteriously heal me instantaneously. I'll never understand how that works, but if only food would actually do that in real life, we'd never have to go to the doctors.
Highlight the button on the pillar and right-click. This will activate the lift. Try it out.
No.
The object before you is a med hypo. Pick it up and then press tab to go into use mode.
That is a huge needle. I have to actually stick that thing in my arm? That would hurt. I mean, sure, you would feel a lot better afterwards, but that would still hurt like hell as soon as that thing went into your arm.
See the crane in front of you? To search it, center it on your screen and right-click. If you are in use mode, simply
I'll probably explain how the chemicals work in a later episode.
To take an item from that container, simply left-click on it. This will automatically play. One of the most important tools you have to
audio logs.
is your PDA.
This is where 90% of the story in the game comes from, so be on the lookout for those if you ever get the game and play it.
The disk icon near the bottom of your screen to bring up the PDA display. Currently, the contents of your PDA are empty. Now pick up the audio log.
Basically I wait for the guy to shut up so I can play the audio log I picked up.
This message is coming from the audio log you just picked up. You can use your PDA at any time to play any audio log or email you've received. In the field, the PDA is also used for keeping track of your current mission objectives and obtaining help information.
Yeah.
Now it's time to learn about jumping and mantling. To climb a ladder, simply walk
audio logs are definitely useful. Not to mention you hear some pretty cool voice acting throughout the game from them, so they're definitely worth finding. And here I try to attempt a climbing jump. What you basically do is that you jump, and as soon as you hit it, you have to hold down the jump button. But I kind of fell too short, and I just gave up here and just exited the room.
You've done well. Remember, if you're unclear on any aspect of what you've just learned, you can repeat the training as often as you wish.
Yeah, I just wait for him to be quiet, and then this is the advanced training area. Not too advanced, you know, it's not complex stuff, it's just that they go more in depth about the different aspects of the gameplay.
Good to have you on board. Now we'll teach you how to handle a firearm.
Yeah, immediately as you go in there, he's like, now I'll teach you how to handle a firearm.
One of two ways. Bring up your inventory.
Even though I have no idea who you are, and that you may possibly be a criminal, or some sort of,
that's too slow for you.
What's the right word?
On the keyboard. Press 2.
I forgot the word.
It will equip for
Just
you
forgot it.
automatically.
Oh, whatever.
To lock and load the ammo
My joke
clip,
just died.
hit the R
Poor
key
me.
or hit the reload button
basically,
on the lower right corner of your screen.
Here I demonstrate
Once you
how,
load the
use the quick keys to pull out the pistol and then reload, and then I start shooting the bot with primary fire. Then I go into my inventory and switch it to burst, and I start firing 3 rounds per burst. 3 rounds per fire. Although it inflicts more damage, the kickback is enormous and it goes through ammunition like crazy, so I wouldn't recommend using burst unless you have a lot of ammunition to burn.
Now use the recharging station nearby.
Oh, laser pistols are fun. Normally laser pistols are useful for taking out robotic foes. Using the but I normally just use it on the overcharge setting for taking out bigger robots than this. On smaller robots like that, it's a one-shot kill, but it goes through energy pretty quickly, but unlike pistols, you can always get the energy back.
Weapons are not fine wines.
And the maintenance tool.
The colored dot on the lower right corner of the screen tells you what kind of shape.
Yeah, here I try to demonstrate where you have to look to understand where what the condition is of your weapon. If it's number 10 on condition, that means it's perfect.
Just pick up the tool.
I hope it doesn't suddenly appear out of nowhere. Let's see, what's this button? Oh shit, what was that? Oh, it's just another maintenance tool. Let's just get out of here.
Good work. Now you're ready for the Marines. Take a look at the other training areas.
And I immediately go into technical. I don't even bother to read the sign.
Welcome.
Yeah, I kind of like technical tasks in the game. Pretty fun stuff. I just like the mini game for hacking. It's true. It's entertaining. At the same time, it's so simple. Yeah, you don't really need to hack into the terminal. You can just enter 0000 into the code, and it'll open the door. Yeah, and I just hacked it just to show you how the hacking system works in the game. You have to connect 3 white nodes together. Black ones mean you won't be able to connect anything to those, and if there's ever any red boxes, there's a very big risk factor. Like, if sometimes they'll turn into a white node, but if you get a black node on those, it'll cause it to break. And that'll either hamper what you're trying to do, or it can have fatal consequences, and you'll probably see that in a later episode if I ever screw up on a hack.
The red bar at the lower left of your screen tells
and this
you
is
how
probably
many
the
psi
least
points you
favorite of
have.
any fields
Psi points
in
symbolize the current
System Shock
ability
2.
to use your psi powers.
Because the game was kind of rushed,
Psi
the
hypos
upgrade system was a
replenish your
tad bit
psi-
unbalanced.
This psi amp amplifies your
Psi
powers and lets you project
area
them
of
into
the
real
upgrades
world. To equip
didn't
it,
really have that
pick
many
it up,
offensive
and
options.
then hit
I
the
demonstrate
tilde
one of
key.
these, which is cryokinesis, which is like the primary beginner sort of stuff that you get.
You currently have access to 2 disciplines.
Yeah, on the robot it's pretty easy. On other enemies it's also pretty effective,
Go
but
into use mode.
Down the
Click on
road,
the arrows on the bottom right of the
there could be
screen.
better stuff.
This will cycle through your available psi disciplines.
And I demonstrate the psi pull,
Later,
which is
clicking on
normally
the
useful
arrows
for
above
pulling
the
items
number
closer
to
to
the
you
left
if you don't want to
will
bother
allow you
walking
to
over there.
select psi disciplines
Don't
from
we all
other
wish we
users.
had something like that when we
Use
didn't want to get off the
cryokinesis
couch
to
to
destroy
pick up the
the
remote or
robot
something?
and kinetic redirection to pull
Definitely would be
that
useful here, but
towards
I
you.
actually prefer to get off my ass, but
Holding down the mastery of
your
the
opinion.
mind is a slow but
And I
rewarding
finally complete
process.
all 3
Return to
advanced
this area
training
if you need more
in under
guidance.
about
Before
6
you
minutes.
enlist in the OSA, it would
One
be
last
useful
look,
to
and then I
experiment
finally
in the other
leave.
training courses.
Then I finally leave. Alright.
Here's where you
And
make
this
your
is
choice,
where I
soldier.
take a
Here's where
good
you
minute or
enlist in one of the
so
3
of trying to
branches of the
decide
military.
whether
Once
I
you
should
decide
take
on your branch of
OSA,
service,
Navy, or
there's no
Marines.
going back. A shuttle will take
Just
you
for the
to
test
UN
vid,
orbital
I
space
decided just to
station,
let
where
everyone
you'll
take
receive
it
a
all
briefing
in.
regarding your
This is
yearly
the big
postings.
deciding factor of
Good
your
luck.
career. You can't turn back, and the only thing that really matters is that depending on which one you choose, you get different free upgrades at the beginning of the game. You can still upgrade any other skills throughout the game, but if you want certain free skills, choose wisely. Obviously, OSA deals with Psi, Navy with technical, and Marines with weapons. For this one, I decided to go with Marines. Of course, I take my sweet time looking back at things, and then I finally enter it. Goodbye, OSA. And that is the end of episode 0. Thanks for watching. This has been your commentator, Firon.